Hi, my name is Nicole Norton, and this is my speech on how should students spend. I'm sorry if these sound a little bit redundant. They're all pretty similar, so I'm going to do my best to try and mix it up a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. In my last couple speeches, I talked a lot about how students can save money and how they can make money. But how should students spend? What should they spend their money on? Where can they splurge? And where should they hold back? I think a lot of people have this question whether they're in college or a student or not. Money is a hard thing to handle, and a lot of people question, should I spend my money on this or shouldn't I? What do I really need to be spending my money on? So, again, I think the most important thing is making a budget. And again, you can go to mints.com and it helps you lay one out. There are sections that they have for the areas that you budget in are clothing, food, entertainment, gas, insurance, phone, activities, gifts, books and supplies, electronics, and travel. So it really breaks it down for you. And so the things that I think are the most important that students should spend money on are, the necessities. You have to pay for tuition if you want to be a student. You're going to have to pay for books if you want to be a student. You have to eat, so you need food. That you got to spend money on food. But be smart about it. Like I said in my last one on the way you can save money, cook your own food. You're going to have to pay rent or you're going to get kicked out and be homeless. So that's an important one to pay and spend your money on. Definitely budget in. And you probably are going to need to pay either health insurance or car insurance. So that's also a really important one. So, pay the necessities. You obviously have to pay those. And if you have any left over, that's where you can start spending your money on travel and entertainment and clothes. And so just know what your budget is and stick to it. And another good one to spend money on would be like a bus pass. That would benefit you really because, you might have to pay for a bus pass. You're probably saving more money than you would be paying for your own gas and the mileage on your own car. So a bus pass would be a good spend. And if you are going to go out of town and travel, do it in a group. All of you stay in a hotel room. If there's 4 of you staying in a hotel room that's $100 a night, well, you just cut that into 4. So, spend wisely. If you're going to do stuff, split it up and make it cheaper. And then again, really try and stick to the budget because, I think this is where a lot of people have a hard time is they go off budget and they don't want to pay attention to it. So they go out 3 nights in a row with their friends, and then they go out for lunch with some other friends, and then they go buy a concert ticket and go down to Denver for the weekend, and then, fill in the blank. Then tuition or rent comes up, and all of a sudden you don't have the money. So this is where a lot of students get into trouble, I think, and people in general, you spend money, and you don't think about it. You just do it. You have the money in your bank account. I have $500 in my bank account. I can use it. Well, you got to remember about your responsibilities and things that may be coming up, in 20 days. So this is where the budget is really helpful because it makes you be accountable for all of your responsibilities. And if you stick to your budget, you shouldn't have any problems paying your bills or anything. If you're just not making enough money to be covering everything, then you can try some of the ways that I suggested to save money and also earn money. So between all of these things, spending, earning, saving, students need to just find a balance that works for them and people in general. You just got to find a balance of what works for you and where you want to spend your money, where you want to save your money, and where you can splurge a little bit. So if you have a little left over, by all means, go ahead and have a little fun, but just take care of your responsibilities first. And thank you for listening.